Hello, today is Good Friday. Today is the day that the Lord makes the ultimate sacrifice for us. Last night we enjoyed the Last Supper with Jesus. And the last time we saw him, we were in the garden with him, watching and praying as he was in agony. And then Judas came with the temple guards and betrayed Jesus with a kiss. Jesus was arrested and spent the night with the Sanhedrin, being mocked. Meanwhile, in the courtyard outside, St. Peter was warming himself by a fire, and 3 people came to him and said, "You know him. You're one of his friends. Listen to your accent. You clearly know him." And each time he said, "No, I do not know him." And the 3rd time he said this, he heard a cock crow and remembered that at the supper, Jesus said to him, "I tell you solemnly, this very night before the cock crows, you will have disowned me 3 times. Jesus has spent the rest of the night in the prison. If you've ever been to St. Peter Gallicantu in the Holy Land, you'll have been into that prison. You will have seen the shadow on the wall of a man hanging in chains, and spent time before that shadow, because that is the shadow of Christ in his torment. Today, the Sanhedrin have sent Jesus to Pilate. And Pilate asks him, "Are you the king of the Jews?" To which Jesus simply says, "It is you who say it." Pilate can get nothing out of him, and so he presents Jesus to the people and gives them a choice. I can either free Jesus, the King of the Jews, or I can free Barabbas, a man who has killed many people. Barabbas means son of the Father. This is far more than just Pilate offering the people two people to free and the people choosing the wrong one. You have the Son of the Father with capital S and capital F, the Son of God, Jesus Christ, the Messiah. Or Barabbas, the Son of the Father with a small s and a small f, a great sinner. And the people cry, "Free Barabbas." And so Pilate says, "Well, then what am I to do with the King of the Jews?" And they all cry, "Crucify him, crucify him." And so Pilate sends Jesus off to be scourged. He is beaten half to death. He is mocked. He has a purple cloth put around him and a crown of thorns placed upon his head. And Pilate thinks that this is enough for the people. And so he presents them to him again and says, "What shall I do with your king?" And once again they cry, "Crucify him, crucify him." And so he is led to be crucified. And that's where we meet again in the house of God, as we fall to our knees before the crucified Christ. Because although this is a person in the most shameful position he could possibly be in, we know there is a much greater reason behind it. We know that he is doing this for a greater purpose. And so we fall to our knees. and we worship the crucified one. And we thank him for having done this for us.